these are in the amount says never imagine that in my happy 18 years of life I need to question my sexuality, which I was so sure and proud of. Well, you're still sure, nothing changes. This is suggesting something, but that has nothing to do with changing your genetics, your inclination, your programming, or your sexuality. You got to understand the role of and the power of the brain over the body and what it suggests and it uses and manipulates the body is the way it's designed. But it doesn't mean that in actuality you're changing any way. It's like saying, I never thought that I would never pay attention to this beautiful symphony that I always enjoyed. You haven't changed. You still like the symphony, but you've been distracted with the construction noise and all other kind of noise and bus noise and traffic noise and all the hustle and bustle around, and you can't see it because so many distractions. Otherwise, nothing has changed. Distractions go away, the music's still playing, and you still love to listen to that music and relax with it. Same thing, your sexuality hasn't changed. There's so much garbage that is now trying to cause a certain kind of a disorder, which is distracting you from what it is that you're actually all about. So get the distraction away, everything else is in place. Nothing has changed. So now, and remember, the brain is designed to constantly getting all these information that is out there and then uses that information as a basis of ingredients to make thoughts. It doesn't know what it's making. It just knows whatever comes in, I can make thoughts with it, and it does make thoughts with it. So with all the extraordinary amount of discussion and on the topic of sexuality and all kind of other sexualities that is being talked about, and some people are talking about it constantly, that is extraordinary amount of information that's seeping through the brain, and the brain processes all that and uses to make thoughts, because its attention is going to notice all these commotions and all these propaganda and all these discussions about all these sexualities and things that is happening around the world. For some fucking reason I don't understand, the schools are doing some other kind of introductions and indoctrination for the children, and all these topics are on the news, are on the social media, are on the topic of discussions all around, and that information is seeping through your brain, and the brain being so against it and so diehard heterosexual, it triggers its defense mechanism, your amygdala being very protective of you, of the most important thing for you, which is your sexuality, everyone's sexuality, and it becomes overactive and tries to alarm you and goes into a havoc of creating all these fictitious yet seemingly frightening and concerning thoughts that it's constantly creating, which then you think it must pertain you because it's in your head. No, it's just the way so much shit is out there, and the brain is becoming aware of it and is making thoughts, especially that is trying to alarm you of what you're not interested, so makes a big deal out of it, and then you become more overactive. Your amygdala is more overactive, and you become more sensitive toward protecting yourself, and whatever you're more sensitive to protect yourself, the brain pays more attention to it and creates more of that scenario, and that becomes the routine and the tone of the day in your thoughts and activities of the brain, when especially is going through OCD subsets and ends up with all these hoopla that creates insecurities that you may think, as you say, I never thought I would question my sexuality. You're not questioning it. You're actually dealing with the nonsense that overly is being exposed to the world. For what reason? For exactly same reason that you can see the effect of it. They're trying to confuse people and try to get their agenda going, whatever the fuck that is. All right. Subscribe on my channel, visit my channel, and go through the videos that you might be interested in. Mind@seekstruth.com, making it one step away to talk to me one-on-one on Skype and discuss what's concerning you. I'll talk to you soon.